Well, coming up soon on Sweet and Sour, it won't be Mitch, it's me, Glenn Hall. Mitch is away training for the Olympics at the moment. He's going to be competing in the Carcassonne Championship, which will be very, very exciting. But I've got a few friends joining me soon, and we're going to talk about a few different things. The first one is the Olympics. Are they still relevant? Do people even care anymore? We also have a letter tonight, which is asking us our advice about what to do about the stereotypical stepmother. But is that all that there is to this story? And our third letter for this evening will address that difficult question: what happens if my partner's sibling tells me they love me? Well, it's never happened to me, but maybe it's happened to you. You can help us out, coming up soon on Sweet and Sour.
Got a problem, big or small, would a miracle be nice? Our motley crew is back, churning out advice. You might even laugh a bit in the following half hour. Park your backside on the couch, 'cause baby, it's time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour.
That's right, I'm Glenn Hall. I'm your host for this evening. Mitch is doing his darndest to bring back gold to Australia. But speaking of gold, we have some magnificent gold panellists on this evening. Neil Barnard.
Hi, Glenn Hall.
It's so great to see you. What's making you enthusiastic at the moment?
Just life in general.
Life in
There's
general?
so much going on in life at general.
Get
That's not
specific
even a
about the
sentence.
generality.
Right. Well, I love the beach even in winter time. So if you go and see the beach at maybe sunset or something like that, that makes me super enthusiastic.
But it's cold and wet during the winter
Damn
time.
right it is. And you get to feel the cold wind on your face.
You're
and
able
it's
to
so
be
refreshing. It's like a cold shower.
That's incredible. You're able to be enthusiastic about cold wind.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it wakes you right up.
Well, unlike a cold wind, she's more like a warm breeze. Esther Longhurst, how are you?
Very well. It's
How's
great to be here.
how's the motivational beatboxing and poetry going?
Really, really good. I've actually started my own business now, so
Great.
Yeah.
Great. And what are you working on at the moment?
I'm just working with reframing people's perspectives. So a lot of people get really down on themselves, but when I'm up close and beatboxing into their world, I'm creating a new beat, a new rhythm for their life.
What's your favourite beat at the moment? Can you give us a demonstration?
It's hard to go past Boots and Cats. They're
Right.
Boots and Cats.
Surely you're pushing the boundaries a little bit more.
Yeah, I am, but I've been working on quite a complicated beat. I don't know if it's ready for national television yet.
Well, someone who is ready for national television, Sharon Greenock, how are you?
I am absolutely fabulous.
You
Glenn.
are fabulous, and there's something different about you. I'm just trying to work it out.
Yes, you can actually see my eyes, Glenn.
Yes.
Look into my eyes,
Yes.
see my eyes. There are no spectacles on my face. And from the age of 2, when my mother sellotaped them to the side of my head, to now the age of, I no longer wear spectacles.
How does it feel? How has it changed your life?
Oh, it's fabulous. I just went in, I had the old crappy lens taken out, the new, I have trifocal lenses
Wow.
in my eyes.
Wow, trifocals? That's like one more than bifocals.
That is actually mathematically correct.
Wow. Do you think one day they'll have quadfocals?
Well, I'm sure if somebody needs it, the fabulous
Well,
research
someone who
people.
needs it is Des Pondent. Nice to see you, Des.
Thank you, Glenn, and I must say you look terrific, Glenn.
Stop
so
it,
they're
Des.
on the panel, but
Yeah.
thank you.
Well,
for
you've got the
inviting me.
quadfocals, so.
Yeah, look, I'm loving life, Glenn. I'm loving life. And
What films are you loving at the moment? What's something we should go and see?
What we should go see, what I think we should go see is I've seen Captain America: Civil War, Eddie the Eagle, Olympics theme, and I've got to say I'm loving life at the moment. Okay?
Wow, that's fantastic.
You know why? Because gone are the days where we went to Blockbuster Video or Video Easy and you got scratch DVDs.
Oh.
Now you got on-demand movie watching, Netflix, Presto, Stan, iTunes.
Yeah.
I'm loving life.
Yeah.
My children call it Nelly Fix
Is that right?
and
That is
Foxy
brilliant.
Tail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Foxtel as well.
Foxy Tail.
Yes.
Well, enough
Life is
of
good.
that kind of television. Let's get down to the very best kind of television. Here's our first letter that we'd like you to advise us on. Dear panellists, the Olympics are nearly upon us, and don't you hate it when the Olympics are upon you? And I want to know why we still bother with them. It's a bit of a joke when historically they've been just a political platform. Hitler tried to show off his Aryan race. The communists tried to showcase their prowess, albeit with the aid of drugs, leading to the boycotting of the games in Moscow. Well, I think it was more than that. And the Munich games were marred by terrorists. Why do we pretend that it's all about healthy competition among our young sporting communities when it's always been about politics? And every year, as the science gets better, more and more previously awarded Olympic medals are being stripped from drug cheats as they become known. Well, not just in the Olympics. Do we really think the Olympics can last much longer given the huge expense it takes to host them? If it's supposed to be about the sport, why do we take them so seriously? Do the Games still warrant this almost epic importance we place on them? What do we expect them to do for us? And with the utter unsafe lay of the land in Rio, I don't know if I'd be happy with my kid going over. Lots of questions followed by a statement. How relevant does the panel think the Olympics remain now? Like so many others since the Sydney Olympics, I haven't bothered to watch. But again, I'm being asked to donate money to this increasingly pointless exercise. David from Upper Sturt in South Australia. Neil, are the Olympics still relevant?
Absolutely. Look, David, I've got to tell you something. I want you to get your head out from up that sturt that you are claiming that you are from, and I want you to listen up. Forget about all the politics to do with the Olympics. These are the best in the world. The athletes are the best in the world at what they do. These are our modern day gladiators. We need these Olympics, and there is nothing like the drama of real life sport happening right in front of our eyes. I mean, and as well as that, these are the platform, the Olympics are the platform for superstars like Nikki Webster to get their start in this world. Are you going to deprive the world of superstars like Nikki Webster, David from Upper Sturt?
I know that Esther wouldn't deprive the world of stars like Nikki Webster. What do you have to say?
No,
Will you be watching the Olympics in the wee hours?
Not at all, and I entirely disagree with Neil Barnard. I think you've hit the nail on the head in that you've made the Hitler connection. I very much appreciate that as someone who does not enjoy the works of Hitler, but I think we can take a cautionary tale whenever Hitler endorsed anything, which is why I never trust anyone with a moustache. And little known fact, Hitler went to art school, so that's why I never pay for art. I don't pay for films. I sneak into movies. Sometimes I steal paintings.
A lot of food for thought there, David. And Sharon, what do you think? Will you be watching the Olympics?
Well, I will. Look, David, please stop this, because I set my calendar every 4 years so that I can watch the men's water polo. David, that's a joy to me. They just got the tiny little speed, you know. Anyway, yeah, so please.
Would you want your kids? You've got.
Never mind my children.
You've
It's
got
about me here, Glenn, tonight.
7,564 children.
Yes.
But would you want your kids going across? Should David be worried about his kids going?
Oh, don't send your children, David. It's not about that. Sit at home, watch it. It'll be on some free-to-air channel, surely. We'll all have to watch it. I'll tell you when I will stop watching the Olympics, when the synchronised swimmers are found to have been using performance-enhancing drugs. That's when I will stop.
Well, there's only one way to be able to smile that much, that often. Des, how do you rate the Olympics?
I'm over the Olympics. I agree with David fully. What I'm going to do, from August 5th to 21st, I'm going to watch Olympic films only. Cool Runnings, Chariots of Fire, Munich, and Eddie the Eagle. Watch those and you'll have more fun and entertainment.
Thank you very much. Well, there's some insightful words there. For more insightful words, join us very soon after the break, where we're going to find out, are stepmothers really the stereotypical biatches that they're painted to be? I know, cool running.
Getting in touch with Sweet and Sour is easy. Just head to sweetandsour.net.au to send us a letter. And while you're there, why not check out our past episodes? Plus, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And for a behind-the-scenes look at Sweet and Sour, check us out on Instagram.
That's right. Please like us wherever you can, and send us a letter. The people who have sent letters in this week will receive movie tickets to Goldstone, starring Jackie Weaver. Oh, Des, are you excited about Goldstone?
I'm excited because Jackie Weaver, brilliant stuff lately. Animal Kingdom, remember? And then Silver Linings Playbook.
And she's on the new television show set in Canberra. Correct. Should be a riot.
She's
Secret City,
soon.
Otherwise known as Secret Roundabout. Let's get on to our next letter. Hello, sweet and sour panelists. We're a young married couple and currently living with my husband's parents until our house is being built. I have no issue with my father-in-law, but my mother-in-law is another thing entirely. She likes to, as she calls it, advise me on the best way of caring for her son. According to her, I've still got a lot to learn in the domestic arts. I didn't catch that one at the Harry Potter School of Magic. I'm not comfortable living with my in-laws in the first place, but she makes me feel very insecure. I've even found her snooping around my things, and I've become so paranoid that I feel very self-conscious when my husband and I make love, especially when I know she's in the house. My husband doesn't want to rent, so I have no idea what to do. Is there another way out that I haven't thought of? How do I deal with my mother-in-law, please, panellists? Pam from Cottesloe, Western Australia. Esther, have you ever been in the situation where you've lived with your mother-in-law?
Yes, I have. I have actually been in exactly this. So as you read it out, I really felt for Pam.
Yeah.
Pam, you've got two choices, and neither of them are very pretty. The first one is to win lotto. So you need to buy lotto tickets and hopefully you can get out of there. But failing that, and this is not easy, but you need to be caught in the act of making love. The problem with nosy people is they just want that little bit more of information, but if you flood them with information, they will back right off.
You're saying satisfy her snooping and give her something to not want to snoop about anymore.
From personal experience, I would call her name while making love. She runs into the room, you make eye contact. It's very important. Then she will never snoop again, I promise you.
Wow, that is insightful. Neil, Barnard, would you take such an extreme course of action
I
here?
don't know if I would actually. I would probably go on the side of just trying to make nice as much as you can with the mother-in-law. These people, these mother-in-laws can be absolute dragons.
Can they? How would you make nice with a mother-in-law?
I just, you know,
buy her a bottle of wine,
Yeah, buy a
rub
bottle
her feet.
of wine. But I mean, just try and just say yes, 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 ma'am, yes,
Yes,
sir,
yes, sir.
yeah, yes, ma'am.
Well,
yeah,
you
anything
know,
like that. But I
may
think
like
you should
yes,
also,
sir.
it might just be like that. It's an authority thing. But I think what you also need to do, you're about to move into a house of your own that you are getting built, as you've written. I think you need to set yourself a goal of actually not making any more love until you're actually in that house. I want you to set yourself that reward of getting carried over the threshold and straight to the bedroom.
Carried over the threshold and carried over the threshold. Am I
Indeed.
right, Sharon?
Wham, bam, thank you,
What do
Pam.
you think?
Well, look, I think both Esther and Neil are kind of got quite good ideas, but you've got to go straight for the mother-in-law. She is the font of all knowledge about your man, Pam. So you must treat her with the utmost respect. You must ask her in front of her husband how she manages to sexually satisfy her husband, because you don't seem to be able to sexually satisfy her son in the best way possible. So just go for your mother-in-law's knowledge in this area. I don't think she'll be a bit embarrassed. I think the fact that she's snooping around, I think she'll enjoy seeing a little bit of, you know, hanky-panky, really.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's quite...
Asking the mother-in-law for advice in front of the
Sexual
husband
tips.
on all sexual tips.
Sexual tips, yes.
Have you had
Sexual
any
tips.
sexual tips
From
in
my
your life,
mother-in-law?
Des, that you have always kept with you?
Not from my mother-in-law.
No.
She's very sacred to me, my mother-in-law.
Of course.
My views on this are, Pam, deal with it.
Yep.
Put up with it and grin and bear it. Because things could be worse. I reference being Australia's 8th ranked film critic. I'll reference the following films: Monster-in-Law, 2005.
Right.
Jane Fonda and J-Lo. The in-law is overbearing and neurotic. And Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers.
Yeah.
The in-laws there are obtrusive, intrusive,
Are you
possessive.
saying that her mother-in-law is a fucker?
No, like the one in the
Like
Focker.
a
She was
Focker,
a nice
right.
one, the mother-in-law.
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
but-
that's right.
But
See,
deal with
yeah.
it, because it could be worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's the realities of today's financial situations. It's a rite of passage. You need to live.
Does she have
with
to
your
wait
parents
till
for
the
a while.
house is built before she moves in?
Oh, renting is dead money. Renting is dead money. I mean, it's very good of them to put you up.
Yes, deal with it.
You know, be a good daughter-in-law, for goodness sake.
Well, that's what I would have thought. You know, it's
You
not.
know?
I mean, are they paying rent?
And be quiet when you're making love if it's
Right,
offensive.
grin and bear it, as Des said.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, just going to say being a good daughter-in-law, you do prove yourself when you're caught in the act. I really think that you should take on my advice above the others.
You can get caught in the act by following us on social media. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter. Look for Sweet and Sour. What else have we got? Instagram, Vine, Vimeo, LinkedIn, Tinder, Grindr, and Angry Birds. We'll be back more with some more chat about, well, what happens if someone loves you that shouldn't love you? Happens to me all the time.
Mitch said that we had to do an outro because our colours matched.
Yeah, I like our colours and I love Sweet and Sour.
Sweet and sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour.
We still have a little bit to go. Yes, we have our third letter. Hello, Sweet and Sour panellists. I need your help. I find myself in a very awkward position. At the last family gathering, my sister-in-law, with whom I share a very close bond, admitted to me that she had feelings for me. It took me completely by surprise, and so I told her that I cared for her too, even though I don't. Well, not in that way, anyway. Then I avoided her for the rest of the night. I haven't told my husband about the whole episode because I don't want him to lose respect for her. Now I live in constant fear in case she calls me, because sooner or later she will. I really care for the woman and I don't want to jeopardize our relationship, but what can I say to her to minimize the fallout? How can I even talk to her when I find the whole thing repugnant? Do you think things will ever be the same between us? It's from Melinda in Ivanhoe, Victoria. Esther, what do you think? Do you think things can ever be the same? Is this a difficult situation?
I'm quite baffled, Melinda. You've got yourself in quite a pickle, because when a very trivial moment, a quite light moment of someone saying they're attracted to you happened, you, instead of saying I'm not attracted, reacted in a very surprising manner. So I think that if you continue to try and have conversations with this sister-in-law of yours, you're going to end up in deeper relationship with her.
Isn't it better to just clear the air, though? Maybe she could have a chat with her and say, I made a mistake.
I don't think Melinda's capable of that. I think if Melinda, in this situation where someone says, I'm attracted to you, says, I love you too, I think when you go to confront her, this is what's going to happen, Melinda. You're going to be thinking, I don't want to be with you, and you're going to say, let's do it now on the couch.
It sounds like she was just being a little too enthusiastic, Neil. What do you think? Is that how you would approach the situation?
Absolutely not. I think the answer right here, Melinda, is to absolutely ditch the sister-in-law, and while you're at it, to ditch the husband, ditch the entire family.
Good.
I want you to get out of there, run for the hills, head for the hills, get yourself out of this situation. Do you really want to live your life around something so repugnant, as you so deliciously put it? I say get the hell out of there, go live your life somewhere else. Adventure is out there, and guess what? Maybe I'm the man to show you that kind of adventure. Hey, Melinda, get yourself out of Ivanhoe and come and see me.
What kind of adventure would you show Melinda?
We would see the world. We would see her hometown. We would be a tourist in her own hometown, if that's what it takes.
That sounds fantastic.
Do it on the cheap.
Des, is this just the brother and the sister kind of doing a little Games of Thrones number here, or
Possibly good reference to popular culture.
Yeah, it's not a film, but you know, it will be.
I'm into popular culture.
Yeah.
Stalkers are very tricky situations.
Right.
Really
You think she's become a stalker?
Well, the letter is called Sister Stalker.
She's worried
so,
that
yes,
she's going to
correct.
become a stalker.
Again, I'm guided, Glenn. I'm guided by movies, okay? I suggest I'm guided by films like Single White Female, Play Misty for Me, Fatal Attraction, and 1 Hour Photo, the one starring Robin Williams. But word of warning, all these films end with a stalker dying. So hopefully it's not too dark for people to think about.
Well, that would be a little bit extreme. I don't think death's required.
But all
is there a film that ends with a
stalker? All stalker films result in the stalker dying.
There isn't one stalker film that doesn't end with someone dying?
Either dying or go to jail. So.
Oh, they don't get the love interest.
No.
Wow. So, okay, clearly Hollywood doesn't reward stalkers, although it does encourage them. Sharon, what would you do at this point in time?
I think we just need to go back a little way here, Glenn, because I'm hearing manipulative Melinda. Melinda, with whom I share a very close bond. I see right between those words. You've given this poor girl, your husband's wife, lots of messages to make the move. You've opened the door for her, and now you just want to slam it shut in her face because you just like to be the most attractive girl in the room to all the boys and all the girls. We all went to school with a manipulative Melinda. There's movies about that, isn't there? Who's the girl in Muriel's Wedding? You know, the one who's the prettiest, and she ends up with nobody. You'll end up with nobody, manipulative Melinda, because you're mean, manipulative Melinda. Your sister-in-law loves you, finds you attractive, as does your husband, and you're playing them both. It's not nice.
Wow, and alliteration is the key when you're really trying to give someone a strong message.
Thank you.
Mean, manipulative Melinda.
Even your name, Melinda. I'm sorry to all the other Melindas, but there's something about it.
Yeah.
You know? Do you think things will ever be the same between us? No, they won't be the same between you because you've led her on to this place and now you've utterly humiliated her.
How would that have happened?
She knows when she watches this programme. You know she watches this programme, don't you, Melinda?
Would that have happened at a family barbecue and there's some cheese and crackers being served and
It's always at a barbecue.
Yeah.
Always Wayne Carey and...
Yeah. They think, oh, they're all busy. We'll get on with it.
We're just going to hide behind the smoke. Oh, amazing. Well, there you go, Melinda. And we have a pair of sunglasses to give away this evening to the winning letter. And which one do you think, Neil? Which one would you like to see take away the sunglasses?
I want to see Melinda wearing those sunglasses as we go on our adventures together.
Yeah, of course. What about you, Esther? Who do you think needs the sunglasses the
I
most?
think Pam's going to need them after she's had her mother-in-law catch her in the act because they help avoid that lingering.
I'm glad you finished that sentence and just didn't leave it there. But no, yes. And she's going to need after she's had her mother-in-law catch her in the act.
Post-coital eye contact moment is what I was going to say before you cut me off.
And then she puts the
Mr.
sunglasses on?
Yes. She wears them on her head.
Yeah.
When mother-in-law walks in, eye contact, glasses back on.
Right, I love it. Who do you think, Sharon?
I think Pam. But I think she should give the sunglasses to her mother-in-law. I'm kind of getting with Esther on this one. The glasses on the head, then down, then just do a quick fling to the mother-in-law. Put them on, baby. You've seen us now.
Yeah. And Des, who do you think?
Look, I feel for you, Neil. I was leaning towards you, but I'll go for Pam because I avoid eye contact.
I think you're leaning in the right direction. You always are.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank my guest tonight, Neil Barnard. What are you going to go and be enthusiastic about now?
Especially with that beard.
Oh, wow. I'm going to be enthusiastic about growing the beard, actually. I'm going to see if I can actually get something going with this one and be like a great big lumberjack with this beard.
We could fear the beard.
Yeah, fear the beard. That's
Wouldn't
the
that be
catchphrase right there.
I know. Esther, what about you? What are you up to now? You in any shows coming up?
Oh, always. Actually, I'm in a performance with Just Improvise.
Wow, that sounds amazing. You improvise, motivational beat poetry and boxing?
Is there anything this woman can't do?
No, there isn't, clearly. Thanks for joining us, Esther. Sharon, thank you so much. What are you up to?
I'll just go back to the mayhem of motherhood.
Yes, and what a joyful mayhem it is in a way.
It's just so noisy.
And Des, what are you looking forward to seeing coming up?
Looking forward to seeing Goldstone, obviously, and there's a sort of a fantasy film. I can't know it's off the top of my head. It's like a fantasy film that's come out.
All fantasy films are off the top of our head.
Netflix.
Speaking of nice guys, nice gals, it's time to see you later. Mitch will be back next time. We'll catch you, sweet and sour.